Well, we're here early. Hey, Depeche, how's it going? Give me a sec here. We'll get started shortly. Oh, let's see. How about now? Can you hear me right? Assuming you can. That should be better. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's Depeche. Oh, you're in early, man. Did you post? I didn't see you post anything. It's not like you. Yeah, I got a few good ones here. Maybe you did post down here. Nothing from you? Yeah, it's shocking. Depeche, you did? Somewhere you did. God, I don't see it. All right, there we go. Getting better. Okay. It's funny. I have nothing, and then I say, guys, we need a few more, and then I get 15. Okay, we'll get started in a sec here. I give 2-3 minutes. Latecomers. So give it a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me bring your chat over here so I can see you guys. Let's see if I do that. I won't be able to see you. All right, okay. Give me a sec here. Okay, fully disclaim. All right, we ready to roll? Looks like we're good. Oh, you guys have a little lag. That should be better there. You should be able to hear me now. Moondog should be good, I'm assuming. Yeah, check. Yeah, I can see it. It's moving. Should be okay. All right. Just making sure. Yeah, you got to be able to. I can see the thing moving, so I'm sure you hear me. Okay, first up, okay. So just review, right? You get most of you guys right at regs. You know what we do here. I polled the members, asked them to give me what they're interested in, right? Not what I'm interested in. I want to see what they're trading and what they're tracking and how they're approaching it technically. Are they applying what we teach and how they're progressing with that? It's a lot of Elliott, but that's never a requirement because the Elliott's not always clear. It's not always there. So, that's why we have, a full spectrum of tools that complement one another. But if the Elliott is elusive, right, it doesn't mean you can't trade it. It's just an assist if it is there. Okay, so this is Q. Okay, so he posted this yesterday. XEM. God, I hadn't looked at NEM so long, I could barely remember. Perfectly honest, I had to look. Oh, XEM. I was like, oh fuck, what is XEM again? And looked at it in so long. They've been around. They're one of the early OGs of crypto. But oh, this is nice here. So he's giving me a 60. Let me go back just a bit here to get some context. This looks like a good setup he's done here. Oh, let's see. So we're all in log here on everything. Okay, so here, just making sure we're good here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, trying to get a 4 in. All right, so we're doing this as a diag? Apparently so. Okay, so it looks like he's going for a 5-3-5-3. There we go. Okay, 5-3-5-3-5, right? So a big target up here. Nice. It's good looking work. Nothing to not like here. Looks like you must have drawn that. So 5-3-5. Hard to argue with that one. It got a little. Well, that's a little squishy in there. You know, possibly overlap here. It's all wick here. I wouldn't sweat that. WX, well, ABC, AB, nice, right? Yeah, that works. A, triangle B into the C. It's very, very nice work here. Q, well done. We are in a squeeze. Okay, so let's go down to what he gave me, which was the 60-minute. Looks like he's looking to be a buyer a bit lower, right? So I don't see. Oh, this is a little funky. Well, you see, we're seeing this all over crypto. Let me brighten that up a little bit. Now this is a bold call, right? So because we know a truncation is kind of last resort, right? You go there if you just can't resolve it any other way. Is there another way? Well. Well, that's a pretty dramatic truncation, right? I mean, look, even if we go to often, right, this is a good way to look at it, right? Just looking at closes. Yeah, I guess we can let that fly. We're into a series of threes. So we got an ABC, 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 ABC. Okay, looks like we'd have. How are we going to finish that? We have to do it, I suppose, as a diag. Although that's a little. What's our alternate here? I shouldn't. It doesn't. It's not like I'm trying to pick it apart. Hang on. Sorry, it's fucking freezing cold here. Okay, all right. So, could we get this done differently? Let me just. It's a little harder for me to see it. Let me just get my color scheme on here. Is there another way we could get this done? Well, see, he needs the 5 down here to finish. Okay, I mean, this is tradable, right? You know, it's reasonable risk reward here. It's a little funky, but it's not like a truncation doesn't happen. It's just that's pretty dramatic. Is there anything else there we can lean on? How do we do here? Well, that's no surprise there. So right to the golden zone. Right here's the target down here. Let's see if another algo cock blocked it. Looks like very, very possibly, right? You've got this algo now going towards. Well, looks like it just got second target. So could be that's what happened there. Hard to make that call definitively. Well, okay, but you can certainly work with. I guess the alternate would be, okay, if we squeezed in the 4-5 down here, so we weren't truncating and we went 1-2, well, this as a diag would have to be the next one. So if it's a 1-2-1-2, that's a high class problem for a bull. So I don't see any reason not to work with this from this low, which is essentially what he's saying is, okay, here's the low, what happens to be right in the middle of the golden zone, although it's really not valid to be there anymore. Right? There's no algo that's participating once it's broken. Well, pardon me. I should, in terms of the break off of this, but this is valid here, right? So this is perfectly valid, right? This is the one we just looked at. Perfectly valid. Got to second target there. Okay, so where's the next trade? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we know. Well, let's check a couple of things. Let's just go with the whole thing as he has it set up. So he's basically drawing the order block here, all of this down. I mean, you could refine that a bit, but that's perfectly valid here. So his entry is right. I mean, can he get that any better? I don't even know that you need to give it that much room, really. I think you could hold right here. and just reduce the risk. Now we got a 25 to 1. If that's going to go 1, 2. If Q, if it gets lower, it's just a suggestion, right? If it comes down here and breaks, I wouldn't sweat that, right? If it breaks, okay, take the small loser and then reevaluate, right? Maybe you go again. Better, I think, than to say, okay, if we're putting it here, well, why here as opposed to the absolute low? I mean, if you're putting it here, this becomes a pretty juicy target, right, for an algo, as does this. So I might want to get out a little sooner than that, because if we start to head this direction, boy, those are just, that's like a red cape to a bull, right? I mean, it's too juicy, because why? We know there's stops there, and there are going to be stops under this, right? Where's all the liquidity? So you could see a move down here to grab liquidity before it heads higher. So I wouldn't give it that much room. I'd rather just take a small loser. Maybe you do something max like that, and take a small loser, and then reevaluate. Okay, do I still like it enough, right? Is this creating a problem for me? Do I need to reevaluate here? I don't know that you do, right? But sitting right there like that, unless you want to give it lots of room and say, okay, I'm going to give it that much room. Well, you're still at 7 to 1, but then you're going to reduce the size, of course, right, to accommodate the risk. So it's kind of your call, right? How aggressive do you want to be? Sorry, or said differently, what's the time frame you're trading off of? If we go out to a 4, are you going after the high here? Well, if you are, maybe giving it that kind of room, is not a bad thought. We can push this out here. So, because I want to give it plenty of room to meet that target. Okay, we'll do the math here, right? What's the, are you trading, if you're trading the perpetual, are you trading with leverage? If you're trying to get that out, what are we looking at here? Out to, May of this year, maybe is trading spot rather than the futures, or, keep the leverage very light. And all the more because this is a little bit of okay, that'd be normal, right? That's not a typical finish. So as a result, I might keep the size smaller, because if it starts to go, right, you can always add, right? I mean, if it comes down here, we get a little pop. Well, if it's going to go, okay, right? Just keep in mind, if indeed it's going to go 1, 2, this has to be, pardon me, since we're completing a diag, pardon me. If this is going to be, well, there's a couple of different things it could be. If it's going to be 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, well, then we got to finish labeling here, right? The assumption is that's 1. We'd be working on 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take that up a degree. Where are you here? Micros? Okay, we can use that. What did we not use? Let's go to blue. Okay, so I guess we'll go up 1. All right, okay, so we can go 1, 2. Now 2 can be deep, right? But that would be the... See, you're what do you pull from, right? So if on the assumption that that's the 5, here's your 2. The algo doesn't care about your Elliott count, right? It's just going to go dominant to dominant. So out would be, you still have an algo participating right down to that 65. So if you want to do it this way, you're still getting 13 to 1. Not bad. Your call, man. Just a couple of suggestions. It's got to be 5, right? So 1, 2, 3. You'd be looking for an impulse, I suppose, here. You'd have a nice setup here, assuming you get something down here for your third. 4, right? It's going to need a big 5. If that's the 1. I mean, we know that's where they typically go. When it says it couldn't go further, well, that's going to, it's going to be boom town, alt city, right? If that's going to go, right, it means alts are ripping, right? Because it wouldn't be ripping. It would be unlikely that NIM is going to rip. What do we got here? That's going to rip without the rest of the alts ripping, right? It would be odd that there would be something that would be specific to NEM that would have it running other than maybe some whale manipulation. But it's going to go, with the rising tide, I think. So I think you're in good shape there, right? Just keep the risk small. While crypto's still kind of, I've been saying it's just kind of soggy, right? It's just wet, sloppy bottoms. Maybe this is more in line with that. So small risk, Big target, plenty of room to add if it starts to go. Be my thought. Oh shit, I just missed one. Okay, George is giving us, he's been all over Bitcoin trying to find a solution here. This is his latest. Let me get this one here. Let's see what he's come up with here. He posts a lot, so I guess we can leave that. Can a comprehensive analysis of the Saudi market index be performed? Fuck, I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I'll take a look if we have time at the end. Of this, well, fuck, if TradingView has it, then we certainly can. Oh, let me make a copy here. Okay, I'll try to get to that at the very end. Ooh, cliffhanger. So means you got to wait. Or, right, I know most people watch this after the fact. Okay, let's get the volume just to clean up the real estate. 2 degrees. This guy puts out some nice content. Okay, so we're going to go 3 W, X, Y. Oh, fuck. All right, this is pretty fancy footwork here. Let's bring this up a little bit. Let's go up to something we can see here. W, X. Whoa. Well, this is, Bitcoin's been kind of a shit show. All right, is this valid? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks good. A. Well, you got to really work to get that B. Fuck. A, B. Ugh. Oh, fuck. I don't know that it matters there. A, B. Oof. Well, let's go with it. W, X, Y. I'm missing something. George, what am I missing here? Oh, I see. All right, pardon me. I see what you did. Okay, so we're going to go W, X, Y into an A. A, B, C, because what else are you going to call that? Oh, this is really complex. Okay, so we're going to go A, B, C into a B. All right, get him up here. I kind of clean him up here. Oh, fuck, I don't even know what's going on here. A, B. So this would be A. Well, here's a good example of why you want to change the degrees and change colors so you can follow what your own work has done. A, B. Holy fuck. Here. A, B, C into the B. So let's go up a degree. Let's try and get the degrees matched. Okay. A, B, C of C. So A, B, C of C. Okay. So Jesus, I'm taking me a minute to follow this, George. Okay. Oh, fuck. So what we're trying to do is get to the Y over here. Oh, pardon me. We're trying to get to the 4 of the triangle. So it would be A, B, C, D, E to get us to this triangle. Holy fuck. Right. So this is A. Oh, so the whole thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me do. Now I'm following it. God, it's taking me a minute here to kind of follow. Let's make this bigger so everybody can see this. Oh, fuck. Here. Come here. Now let's put this in green. A. So here. Takes me a minute. A, B, C, D, E gets us done. All right, there's the triangle. A little tricky to follow. This, good luck. It's just radio waves. But you can probably, squeeze some sort of a diag into that. It's what's implied, right? Something like that, I would definitely go to something like this. Like, what are you calling that? There's really nothing there to give it any structure other than the implication. Sure looks like it could be a 3. That sure looks like a 3. That looks like a 5, but you can work it in the context of, okay, it's an E wave, so that can be squirrely. A, B, again, don't expect every wave structure within Elliott to be perfect. That's not reality, right? Often it's what's implied. So we can look at this and say, well, the implication here is a 3, and now we're going. I think that's pretty reasonable. So this is actually, for a clusterfuck of a count. That's actually some pretty fancy footwork there, George. Nicely done. View apex count. View apex count. Well, so there's going to be something else in here. There's something else in there? Oh my God, I'm afraid to go in there. Holy shit, look at all the stuff in here. Yikes. I'm afraid to open one of those up here. I may never get out. Okay, so I'm going to stay with that. Okay, so let's pull this back to a 4 and see, does this fit? If we've got, let's get this up. Come here. Oh, fuck. Did you? Oh, is that text? That's text. Okay, so 3, 4 is what he's trying to get to. Okay, so none of it's done. So he's just trying to give you, what the hell do we have up here? Well, the other thing, right, always a good idea to get the this is the last line in the sand as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so look what we're doing here in terms of the value proposition, right? A little bit below, a little bit above, a little being above, below, right? But we're now, trying to get back to the point of control, right? Point of control is not a great place to enter because what's your edge there? Now here, right, coming back to it, it's a good target. It's not bad, right? So, okay, what would we do here? Do I have anything here to really lean into? I don't know that I do. Oh shit, there it is. Okay, we got a 1, shallow 2. Oh fuck. Be your X flat. Looks like, I think what he's doing here is drawing in. No. What are we doing here? Possibly. Okay, well, now we got crazy volatility. Oh, fuck me. Fuck. 1. A, B, C, 2. Okay, maybe. I don't know what's going on there. So we'd be in a 1. God, this is a complex one here to try and follow. Holy shit, George. If this is the E down here, so 1, shallow 2, are we in log? Do we need to be in log? We don't need to be in log. 1, 2, 1, 2 is what he's got. This seems solid. A, B, C into a 2, although it's pretty shallow. Although, okay, it's no obligation to come down lower. Big fair value gap it left down here untapped, right? So that's somewhat surprising that that's sitting down there naked. You can see an alternate here, just kind of implication possible, right? I'm sure he that's probably one of his alternates that's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not to suggest this isn't accurate, but I might be more inclined to do it this way, just for simplicity. Okay, do I have a potential impulse here? Well, sure looks like it. This would just be the top of the 3. 1, 2. Well, you just redo that. I'm not saying that yours isn't right, George. I'm just kind of looking for, okay, what else is here that it might be that we could consider? I'd pull that over here. And just to kind of dial in on that. Okay, well, how did it measure? Well, it depends what I'm using here. If I go here, now you're right in the pocket. It almost doesn't matter here, but that would give you a 3. Let's go to a 15. Is that a little bit better? A, B, C. Let's tighten that up. Certainly long enough for a 3. That's a good looking 4. Then you might just look at it here and say, okay, well, if that's the 3, and we're going to go WXY, how does that look for a 4? Right, well, right. Well, where's the highest probability location for a wave 4? And you've got the bullish order flow here, right? This is the down before the up. This is still sitting down here untapped, down before we go up. Double down here. They did not sweep the lows here, kind of surprising. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 2 and the 4 is not perfect. If the zigzag could shift, okay, right? Is that 2? Could be. Oh, we'd be doing it here, so we'd be looking for at least a 50. A little skinny, right? Nothing says that couldn't roll over again. Come back down. I see what he's thinking, right? Because the 1, 2, 3, 4, this looks perfectly clean, right? And it'd be all self-contained here. But then you go into, well, so a perfect impulse here, but then you're going into, oh, very shallow 2. And then 1, shallow 2, 1. Oh, this would be right on the money. There's no real downside to counting it either way. It's just going to be where you're putting your stop. If it's 1, 2, well, your next entry, you'd be looking down here. If it's 1, 2, 1, 2, this would be your invalidation down here. Right, so I'd keep that hot. 1, 2, right? If we're coming down lower, okay, well, it can't be a 1, 2, right? That would take out the 2. 1, 2, wick goes through, so algo's still likely in play. Well, how are we going to know? This is going to need an awfully big rip coming out of here to have us looking at that as a 3. Oh, fuck, that's fine. That is, you know, closer look at it, right? That is awfully hard to argue with, that being a completed impulse. Just mighty shallow for a 2, right? There's no obligation that it come down that low, but a little surprising it wouldn't go deeper. So you're just working off of this. As you can see, he's already done it. Now, you can look here. See, that's interesting. The way he's doing it, if you go from the proposed 1 through the 2, where you come right to golden zone, what he's doing is pulling it right from the absolute top, because the algo doesn't care about your Elliott count. It's going to go dominant to dominant in that range. So kind of a high-class problem here. It's still valid here. But this would have to be coming out of there. This would have to be 1, 2. We're going to go 3, 4. So you would need to be counting this 1, shallow 2, 1, deep 2, shallow 2. Bitcoin's unclear right now, right? It's kind of, that's a long fall, right? It was kind of a slow grind down. I don't know that I'm in any hurry to get on board here. Let's go back to a 2. You know, this would be probably not surprising that you would hear me say this. I look at this and go, okay, well, there's a lot of risk here. This is not particularly clear. So what do you, if you're buying it right here, okay, it's reasonable risk reward. You come out to a context like this, okay, is that a 1? Well, at this distance, what are you saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that down. That's pretty much what you're saying. Okay, well, you know, maybe there's subdivision in there. We go down to the 15-minute, but at a little more distance. Okay, does it really matter, right? So if you take the retrace, okay, well, you know where your stop's going to be. What's your target? We're going to break something like that. Very low risk. Now so just looking at that, do you want to buy right into the downsloping trend line? You know, you could, right? I mean, why? If you do it, there's only one reason you would do that. FOMO. It's going to go. It's definitely going to go. So I'm going to buy right into that trend line. Why? It's stupid. How much? What are you afraid? Is that it's going to do this? We're going to go up here to a new highs in a straight line. Not that it's not possible, but if we're going to do this, right, if we're going to get some sort of 5 coming out of here, likely a 2, you know, even if it's a shallow 2, oh shit, I missed the shallow 2, right? It's just been doing shallow 2s. Okay, well, if this is going to be a 3, likely an impulse in there, there's going to be a 1, 2 there. And if you miss all of that, there's going to be a 4, 5, right? If it's going to be a 5. And if we do all of that, that's likely just a 1. So what's the big fucking hurry? FOMO is the only reason you're chasing that. I'm pretty sure it's going to go. Based on what evidence that it's going to go? Because you want it to go? Where's Al? Right, first question, always has to be, where's Al? Where is he going to run into it? Well, we get a 1 up here. Maybe. There's nothing here screaming, God, I got to get on board now. I mean, yes, you have a technical pattern here. And I'm not saying don't trade it if you get something a little bit better like that. Something more, okay, pretty sure that's likely going to be a 2. If it's not a 2, right, where something else is happening, I would just do it that way. And then you're going to have to go here. He's going to be there. And then there's the ultimate, right? So maybe that's your 3. 1, 2. You run into Al up here. Because he's going to be fighting you, right, the whole way, right, on each pivot. That's how it works. Okay, some very fancy footwork, George. That's really nicely done. It took me quite a minute. How did you do that to get that to fill in? Oh, I see what you did. That's pretty cool. He's pretty good with that, with TradingView. Nicely done. Okay. Q is back for another one. Let's see what he's got here. Copy link. Okay. I might, you might, if you don't have it already as a potential solution here, get that triangle on there, because that certainly could play. Thanks, George. Okay, let me leave off that one. Oh shit, where did I get here? Let's get back to this. What I don't think he meant to give me that, did he? I don't think he meant to give me what's an Elliott Wave, but let's see. Is that what you meant to give me? No. Okay. Weird that that came up. Okay. Siacoin, another one, been around forever. We got to update a few something in here. Your 21 EMA needs to get updated. Hard to imagine there's much to update in a 21 EMA. Okay, let's get, so there's a 1 hour. Okay, so just anytime you bring up a chart, that's just a suggestion. I don't have enough context here to really say, okay, how much do we like this? You got to go at least forward to a, okay, can I see here? Is that enough? Well, I'd go out even further. Let's go out to a daily. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Well, all right. See, if I don't come out to this big picture, I don't know that we're looking at finishing this with a triangle. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, E can overthrow. A, B, C, A, B. All right, we need to get done here pretty quickly. Okay, if that's a triangle, how would it fit? Right, we're going for a 4. All right, so this is Q. I think a better representation here, right? Your work looks good, but what are you calling that? 4? Can't be a 2. So how would we get there? Let's look at that, right? So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that seems like probably not a lot of disagreement there. Pretty clean impulse. We're going back to 2016. Now, of course, we're in log scale, right? It's going to look very different out of log scale, which is why it's always really, you need to do both. Now, does it look a little different there? Yeah, obviously. So are you trying too hard? I don't mean you, but just any trader looking at this going, well, how am I going to make that work? What would this be? This would have to be WXY. That's the only way that could work if you're counting this as a 1. Q, I'm assuming you follow me here. If that's 1, well, that sure looks like a pretty good, well, that looks like 5, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B. Oh, fuck. Can you get that done? Oh, fuck. Well, I'm just going to correct this. This would have to be, how are we going to fucking do this here? Can I do it without that? It has to be WXY, but I need an X. I don't think that can fly, Q. I'm trying to see it like you're seeing it. You see the problem. If it's a triangle, it can't. It's unlikely to be the 4, right? So I mean, yeah, it's not impossible. Okay, what would that look like? All right, so let's just consider it for a second. This would have to be the 3. We'd be looking for this over here. This would be 5 years. Maybe it would look better if you go to a weekly here. I'm trying to be accommodating to your view here. I think not, right? I think you're stuck with this as a completed impulse. 1, 2. I think you're stuck with that. So let's go back to the daily. So it doesn't actually work the way you've got it labeled. Well, now I'm not saying that, you know, looking to be a buyer here isn't a good idea. I'm just saying the way you have it labeled, it won't fly. It's not valid. Because I think it's too much to make the assumption here that we're doing a 4. I'm not laughing at your work, right? Just the idea that we'd have a 5-year 4. And what do we got here? You know, 6-month 2. Probably not, right? So I think the easier thing to do here is take it out. Let's see if we can even get it out of here. Yeah, I would just bail on this, right? Not to be discounting your work at all. It's a good effort. I like what you're thinking, but I don't think that's what we have going on here. The other thought is to look at this and say, okay, maybe I'm going to start. Oh, where's the vertical line? Maybe I'm going to start right here. Okay, is this, shit, even that. Do I have a 1, 2 here? I like what you've done here, right? So he's just, okay, we're coming back to this. Is it an order block? Maybe. I'll probably pull it back, right? Maybe I screwed it up there. I think you want to rethink that just from an Elliott perspective. See, it is a triangle. It's just it wouldn't be an Elliott Wave triangle. I got to do this. It's just harder for me to see it. Well, does anybody see some particularly good Elliott there? It's not really. That looks like 3. That looks like 3. That looks like 3. Maybe you could talk yourself into some sort of a diag getting out of the chute here. It's not a 4. EBC. Maybe. Probably better along those lines. I hate to blow up your work. I don't see how we can get it to work that way. That could be Al. Maybe too far. A little bit far. Front run. Well, if we're heading down here, then this whole count likely blows up. Can't take that out if we're going to go to this target. I think you keep your eye on this, but I don't think it's quite ready yet. What's the last thing we see? Where would you? Do we even have it? Let's get in there. This so all the altcoins did this, right? So there's down and then are we still? Is there one more to go? Right? You're going to see this on pretty much every altcoin that we look at. It's in the earlier Q had it in NEM, right? We're going to truncate, right? So this would be the truncated 5, right? So it's the exact same thing you see here, the liquidation wick. And then, we're going to call this a trunk. Is this going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to truncate here? It's the same argument. It's abnormal. So, Al in here. It's not great price action. Unless you're already in it and you're looking for, signs of life, like, this is a, long bag you've been holding for decades, or maybe not that long, but, you've been holding this forever and you're like, no, fuck, maybe this thing's going to go. That doesn't look like we're launching. Does it? Does it? Down to an hourly. Does that look like we're launching here? Now, things can change fast, but if they do, okay, let's just look at that. Okay, so if all of a sudden we're doing this, okay, well, a whole lot has to have, okay, I hadn't seen this. Okay, well, that doesn't fly anymore. So it's kind of dog shit. Sorry. It's just, there's nothing particularly good there, right? Why put money at risk on something that's this crappy? it's kind of my thought. My guess is he probably has some, right? He's looking for signs of life in here. But 1, 2, that's not going to be, that's not much of a, I think you just sit tight on that. If you're in it, well, you're a hodler now. If you're not in it, that certainly wouldn't be like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. I got to get into that. Even this looks like a 3. Down to a 30-minute. You see, anybody see? Maybe you talk yourself into that, but then, is this what you're thinking? Right? You're going to go 1. That's your 2. It's shitty price action. So why? Right? Come back later. Nothing to see here. A, B, okay, well, there's a 5. A, B, so you got A, B, C here. A, B, C probably. That is not particularly attractive, right? Don't FOMO into that. There's nothing there. Sorry to be hard. I'm not being critical of your work. I'm just looking at it. All I can do is give you my opinion. I guess you could say, you could make a case here that all of these wicks down here, all of this is getting absorbed. So perhaps you've got whales accumulating. Perhaps you got some accumulation. So if you're in it, I wouldn't, shy away from staying in it. But I don't think you have enough to be, for someone who's looking at this, oh, geez, I haven't looked at Siacoin forever. I don't think that's time to go. My opinion, right? Take it, leave it. Let's see, Razor's asking me. Okay, right. So he's asking about George's count, which we went through, which is very good, absolutely valid. CN Salazar, what's he thinking? TEM. Well, looks like he's in and out of this one. He's already made some money here, and he's looking to get back in. So let's see what he's up to. Always interested in what he's doing. TEM. Tempus AI. Interesting. Okay, let's get over there. Anything AI. Hot. Okay, crap. Yeah, there's plenty of that. Oh, even that. Oof. See what you mean, CN. That looks pretty ugly. Oh, let's get my color palette on here. Well, yeah, I mean, what do you do with it? Let's reset here. Okay, so here's a good one. Be sure to take it out of log. Okay, first question, do I need to be in log? 25, yeah, that's 3 times the range. Yeah, you probably do. Boy, that is hideous. All right, but let's stay with the log scale. Okay, oh God, do we have that? Let's break that down a little bit. That is ugly. I don't know that the Elliott is the right tool here. Okay. Perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't even do that. I just leave that out. Wait. Is there an Elliott count there that's worth trading? Well, but the only thing I can see here that might give you some edge. Okay, is that a 5 coming down here? This is all just a shit show, right? Tempus AI. Interesting why that would be so ugly. Okay, on the assumption that we got that. Oh, I should. Okay, I'm going to push that out for a second. Do we have a 1 there? 3, 4. Well, probably better than. Let's get this back on. Let's see what he's thinking there. A little unusual to be going to a shift there. I'm going to take that off for a sec. This is all pretty good here. Oh, boy, that's a bumpy ride. Well, I think that you're a little overly optimistic there. Let's come back to a 3 hour here. Whatever we're doing here, right? If indeed this is impulsive, and it certainly looks like it, okay, this as you have it here, I like, right? So we don't know that that's the top. Could be the top, right? Question mark, could be the top. What do you got below? Let's put an EW on there, see if it helps us with any of that wave selection. Here's the drive. We can probably go, oh fuck, A, B, C, probably get us done here. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Okay, so here's where it starts to kick and we get an impulse. So, right, as he's got it teed up here, right, we choose your entry. You can enter here, you could add another one and enter golden zone, right, so you'd layer into it. You know you're gonna have high volume here. If that starts to come down, oh, you could probably put, am I in log? Yeah, I'm in log. Oh, let's get our adaptive. I like that one. This one, try and find her, right? That'll put a regression channel on this move here. So we get 2 standard. So that's tight, man. Nice and tight. So just how you like them, right? Nice and tight. Pardon the pun there. So anything that comes back here, yeah, I'm interested. What did we have? Anything we could, well, I'd just focus here, right? If it starts to come back down, you know, I'd stick an alert on that 50. If it comes back down, so you're not going to look at that for a while. If that's a 1, we're waiting for the 2. Okay, how could you miss something there? Oh shit, I don't even think it would work, right? So if you're thinking, oh, no, the 3's here, the 4's still yet to come, where are you going to put your 1? Here? Then you're going with a very shallow 2. Let's go to the daily. You're going to compromise either way, right? So either we have a rip, you know, an extension in the 5th. See, when we get out here to the daily, this looks like you lose that the definition of what's happening here. So let's go to the 2. Right, so we can see, all right, is there a little divergence there? That's the point of coming down. Okay, little divergence from the peak here. This was the big push where we created that gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, tiny 2 out of log scale. Is that 2 a little bit better? Do I have a clean impulse here? I might go to line here, see is it any better? Well, again, it's a high-class problem, right? If you're in this, right, that looks like you're getting started on an A here. Might be what's underway there, which would be a positive, right? So you want that. Remember, corrections. It's just human. Oh, I got to get rid of that thing. It's no good out of log. It's just human nature to think, oh, keep going. But a correction is healthy to a trend, right? To a bull trend. You want the correction. When they get overextended, right? That's when you're like, oh, come on, keep going. Don't let the correction spook you out of a good trade. It's just, or maybe take a partial, right? If you're feeling like, oh God, this thing is overextended. Even if I did it that way and we measured it on the assumption that I'm going to have a skinny 2. Where am I? Where do they usually go? Right, and it's only because of the length of this push here. A, B, C would give me a 4. But it's pretty. This is just kind of. Fuck, I've never looked at this thing before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shallow 2. And that's out of log scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's just, it's kind of fucked. But that would be, another way to consider it. 1, 2, 3, waiting for the 4. Now, of course, what you're waiting for is the retrace, and you're not looking for that to be overly deep. You want that to be, ideally, right? You don't always get what you want, but you want that to be somewhere around here for that 4. You don't have a lot of time here, so you would want this to not take too long. You want this to happen relatively quickly, right? So this is kind of sloppy. into that 4 ABC, a little more structure to it, and then you got another leg to go. That's what I see there. Good one, CN Salazar. It's kind of a bumpy chart, but take it out here. Looks pretty good, right? That's out of log scale. 1, 2. Sure looks like a 3, given the rip. Okay, good one. Good one. Good one. I've never even looked at that before. Okay. George is posting. He's got something. Polyline. That's how he did it. Okay. He's showing me how he did it. All right. Hang on a second. Back to where I was. I got crypto. Holy shit. Crypto Janice went crazy. Okay. Crypto Janice is giving me Litecoin. Excited because we have the potential. Well, this surprises me. We're getting a Litecoin ETF. Really? Okay. Bring it on, right? Any ETF in crypto is going to. Oh, shit. What do we get here? Janice, is that what you wanted to give me? I think it. Let's see if it works if I do that. Oh, I think it did work. Oh, yay. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, shit. I didn't get your work to come over. I think that's what happens when we do it that way. All right, we can. Let me look at yours. So you're going with a triangle. Do I have yours here? You're going with. Oh shit! See, I can't work with that one. Let's see if I copy that. Does that work? I don't know if that does work. If I copy it, yeah, it doesn't work. B C D E. A B. Shit, I don't know what you're doing there. Okay, let's just work at it from here. Okay, first question, do we need to be in log scale? Well, what's our range here from 40? Yeah, we do. All right, 3 times the range, 4 times the range, mandatory. Well, that's a little bit of a fucker. Okay, well, there's a 5, right? So we just looking at what's here. Okay, looks like I got a 5 here. Looks like I got a little diag here. So A, B, C. So that looks like A, B, C. I don't want to assume, right? Let's just make sure you guys see this here. So this would be A, B, C. Oh, wrong one. This would be A, B, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick your 3, 4, 5. So that would be the A, B, C that would get you there. All right, so some we can get to. Oh fuck, that's ugly, isn't it? Let's keep it simple or not get stuck here. Let's go to Minuet here. Is that a little forgiving, perhaps? Hang on. Sorry. Okay. What have we done here? All right, break of structure, yes, right? This not, right? It's the T's. So I get break of structure, we go up a little further. What do we anticipate after a break of structure, right? We know, right? We're looking for a retrace. What do we get? Retrace. Okay, so is this what is that? Oh. Is that pre-election? Yeah, it looks like it is, right? That's all. All right, crypto friendly, crypto not friendly. Crypto friendly. Where are we here? Is that going to be a 1, 2? Maybe. It's not particularly good looking, is it? Let's try. Oh, let's go to a 4. Can we get that to fly? Well, this is. Where would you start that? Do you even have anything here? Jesus. Sometimes it's just not there, right? Let's go 8. Well, the 3 there would give me enough to work with. Okay, right. So again, Elliott, it's not going to be perfect at every degree, at every time frame. It's not going to be perfectly 3 to 5 to 3 to. Sometimes you just got to go with, okay, what is it implying? Is this, are we getting higher highs and higher lows? Yes. Is it, clean Elliott? No. That's deep enough here. I want a 2 here. Fuck. Well, let's consider it, right? What's your eye telling you, right? Could that be look at it this way. If that's the 2, does that make sense as the 4? Then not really. Let's go to a 3 here. How else can I get that done? I don't know that I can. All right, so we want this to be a 2. Fuck. Well, let's measure. When in doubt, right? Get out the measuring tools. Right, that can be an assist. Let's take it out of log, see if that helps us at all here. Not really. Yeah, it's not a lot of help. That's good. But if we go 1, 2 here, well, let's try and label it, right? You got to put them somewhere. 1, 2. Can I even get that to fly? Not sure I can. Got to put them somewhere, right? So I'm not making a statement. It's just I got to put them somewhere. Can I get this to work? I don't think I can. 1. This solves the overlap. Here. Sausage making AB or WXY into a 2. Can I get that here? One, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Maybe better up here. You're going to have to pull a 3, 4 out of that. Can't say I love it. But you're a little fucked here, right? I mean, Cardano, they all did the same thing here. What are we doing, right? What are we doing? Election outcome, election. What are we doing in the election? Here's the election. Boom. That doesn't really work. I got WXY here, so it has to be, this has to be done up here. So we got to figure this out a different way. I have to be somewhere in here. Fuck, where's the 5? Where's the fucking 5? Come here. Jesus, where did I put it? Way over here. All right. Okay, so we can kind of back into this. It's not great looking, Elliott. Here, whether if I put it here or here, almost doesn't matter. We're kind of stuck with this because this is pretty clear, right? This looks like I've got something that finishes here. It looks like it's finishing in a 3. So if I look at this and think, it looks like it's A, B, C, B, C, right? So I can work from backwards, right? You can almost look at this and go, oh fuck, does it matter? Well, yeah, it does matter, right, in terms of how we're labeling it. There's just liquidity. If this completes over here, that you might be able to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get you to the 3. That looks like a 5, but you're gonna have to go WXY into the 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's sloppy, I know it. So it looks like you'd have to go WXY here, WXY into that low. Let's take that down. Oh, let's put that in something yellow. Okay, that cleans it up a little bit. So from the low, do I love this, Elliott? Definitely not. Oh, come here. Okay, so I can get some reference. Where's Al? What has he done last? Like how I give him masculine pronouns. Maybe I shouldn't do that. 1, 2. Let's label it. Let's go up to intermediate because that's what you're after here. Okay, well if the ETF is going to make a difference and we're going to start to launch, okay, I can live with that. I don't, fuck, doesn't really matter. This is the correction. This, if we're going to launch, it starts, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe still coming. Let's go down. Let's go to micro, something we haven't used. Let's go to rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more to come. Certainly would be paying attention to this, any sweep of that high, right? Because what's that going to be? All right, we know what that is going to be. That's going to be a break of structure. What do we anticipate? All right, so if it's the 1, all right, so this is coming together. Right, sometimes you just got to fuck with them. Okay, 1. If that's a 1, right, you just map it out. Okay, if that's a 1, I'm going to get a break of structure. What do I anticipate after a break of structure? Retrace, right? So can I get that in a 3, maybe down to something like this, where we know we're going to have volume, right? Stayed there for a while. There's the next trade, in my view. I don't have this, right? But something like that would be where I'd be looking to get involved. Now, so do you want to? Right. So here's the trader's conundrum, right? Oh, ETFs are coming. That thing's going to break out, right? That's what retail thinks. Oh, it's going to break out. So I better get it. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in early before the breakout. Well, okay, we can see a few potential hooks here. Right, you think there's some stops here? Thinks there's some stops here. Well, yeah, we know that we don't have to wonder. We know there are. All those stops are going to get triggered here. Now, I'm not saying couldn't do that. I'm just saying think that through, right? So if you think we're the only ones that know that an ETF is coming, right? You think whales might be paying attention to that, or institutions, or anyone who wants to get involved in that ETF? You think they want to buy it at new highs here? Or would it be more likely, again, we don't know, would it be more likely they're going to grab all that liquidity, right, to get everybody thinking, oh, it's going, right, cut down, right, liquidate, get all those stops hit? Where could you see some potential stops? If they get long, where are they going to put their stops, right? Likely, that would be one spot. Down here, of course. Can I get a 1-2 into this? I mean, that's the ideal scenario. Do we get it? Well, who knows? But if you don't, I would never buy that. Why? Why would you buy that? Just premium discount, right? I prefer to pay full retail whenever I'm shopping. If it's on sale, well, I'm not interested. I mean, that's how silly you are. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. I mean, think about the risk reward. Where's your stop going to be? Here? Where's your target, right? We're just going to go uninterrupted. We're just going to keep going straight, right? Well, okay, maybe. If this is going to be the 1, it's going to be looking for a 2, right? It's not like the market's obligated, but don't they usually do that? Wouldn't you want to get in the 2? Where's the money ball, right? The 3. Boy, but if that sets up, boy, I love it, right? If we get something like this, oh, yeah, I'd go hard on that. Let's what are we on? We're on Coinbase, so I can get some volume. I'm not going to pay attention to that because I know that's going to be high volume. I might start there. Okay, where's the POC? Well, look how far we are from the POC right now. I'm pulling. I should mark that, right? Which is always a good idea. Mark what you're pulling from. So if this is the impulse, right, that completes the 1, and we're coming down for a 2. Okay, well this, do however you want to do it. Right, this is where we have agreement on value. Well, where's the POC, right? And I don't have this, right? So I'm just coincidental, right? I don't have a pivot here. But if I can get something like that, where the golden zone's at the POC, it's okay, right? It's POC. It's kind of a mixed bag, right? Because all you know is that that's agreement. Do you have edge there? Not really. So I'd want to see it push away. Then okay, now I can get in, put a stop on the other side of value. Well, use an arrow here, right? So you're after the launch, right? Don't just sit with the limit. Well, you could, right? Maybe a nibble down here. Don't put your full size on here because right? You don't know that there's no knowing. Are you comfortable with that risk? I wouldn't take it below that. That high volume node, and I'd maybe stick your stop in down here because if they're coming for that, right, that they're going to get all of it. But you can see here, this is a footprint for larger players, right? What they do, they ran all the stops, right? Up they go. From the low end of value, they go up to the high end of value. Where would you anticipate they're going to go next, right? Not that what do we know? Where would you anticipate, right? Where's all the stops, right? Shorts are going to be stopped. It's going. Nope. Again, you can't say this with certainty, but can you see the play there? Love it, right? I used to trade this all the time. It's been a snooze for years. Fuck, since the FTX collapse, it's been a snooze. And that surprises me that we're going to get an ETF. Maybe we will. All right, so that's probably enough on that one, but there's a nice little roadmap for you. Is that what we get? Who knows, right? But that's how I would be looking to play it. Nice one. Thanks, Crypto Janice. I see. I've got another one here. They say hype is the new B&B. Okay, let's see it. Another one from Crypto Janice. It makes me think of Janus Funds. Oh shit, we got the same thing here. Hyperliquid. I don't think this will work, man. But I'll get it here. But I don't get your work. Oh, sorry. Shit. What are you giving me? You've got it as a triangle. Okay. Well, are you giving it to me on Qcoin? Yeah, you are. Okay. So Hyperliquid. Let's get it to a daily. Just because I'm curious what the. Let's go to crypto. That's what I want to hear. So, no, there's nothing else, right? So it's no advantage there. So I can go back to, oh shit. Okay, will it do it for me? Yeah. I was just looking to see if there's any additional history that I would want to see. Let's go down to an 8 hours. But it looks like there's everything here. So, okay, well, that's of course that fucks your Elliott count up. So I would do it that way. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Triangle? Well, I think that's what he's trying to play here. Boy, that's a... Well, let's label it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How can we work a triangle here? I think unlikely that we're trying to connect the two. Again, it's not that it's impossible and that it's never happened, but as the 4, it's not if there's an alternate. Right? You would go here last resort. Right? I'm assuming you would see why, right? Because I've got a completed impulse here. So I don't want to try and connect the two other than this is correcting that. Now, do I need to be in log scale? Maybe, maybe not. What's my low here? From $10 to, 36, kind of on the edge, right? If I don't have to be in log scale, I'd rather not be. I'm not going to pay attention to that wick. I'm going to look here. Let's tighten that up. Because that wick is just junk, right? So we get no closes below, right? So Al's still there. That's not a good start. So what would be best case for a bull? Okay, maybe I can go 1, 2 here. Boy, lower. Just really, do you have any structure here? Well, that's all you've got is structure. Lower, low, lower, high. Lower, low, lower, high. Lower, low, lower, high. Lower, low. Fuck. I don't know that it even matters. All right, so if you're, not to be lazy with it, but at this point, right, if indeed, right, we're going to start, right? So this is all about, if the alts are going to go, well, the one thing we could say is that this better hold. right? That's got to hold. Otherwise, it's just another ABC, and we've got to come down lower. So your best case is we're working, well, maybe there's a little more there. Let's go to a 4 here. Oh, God, what a shit show that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. A generous one. Sometimes it's easier to do it this way. A, B, doesn't look like it's done. It looks like I need a little bit more to finish that. 1, 2, 3, 4, a little more. I'd feel better about that, right? Then I know you got to come back here, but 1, 2, that fucks you up. But okay, we doing that? A, B, C. I'd pay attention to this, right? So at least, okay, we're going to finish as a impulse. I mean, that's, well, you get that with crypto, right? What happened there, right? They ran the stops. Right? Algos, other traders, whomever, right? Somebody said that thing's going down. Oh, sorry, you're not involved. Maybe a 4, right? Here's what I would not do. It's too soon to think, oh, truncation, it's in. No, too soon for that. One more time down. You got lots of liquidity points down here. Lots of liquidity that could be targets. This has been run, so you can only see one that's been run, right? This is the only one that's been run is this. These are still... You would think this would sweep this and this would sweep that, right? But you're getting the opposite. You're getting higher lows until we got here, right? So that's the launch point. You go to a 1, right? Do we even get a decent one? Maybe you could. So you'd have to be looking at this way. Fuck A, B. That's what you're stuck with. Applying Elliott. You don't have, if you don't see the Elliott the same way, right? Don't use it, right? It's only there as a tool. Okay, oh, fuck. I suppose, right? You'd have to do that. We don't even know that the 4 is going yet. 1, 2. I don't think you need to be in a hurry there. I'd put an alert. Oh, I might do something like this. Alert me right here. Alert me at 21. I'll come back and look at it again. If we come down here, maybe we got a little order block down here that kicked. Did we leave some imbalances there? Oh, it's not great. It's pretty big, actually. Down. Partially mitigated. I'm not in love with that one, but I like the idea that it's a contender. But if you brought that chart up and you looked at that, what would you think? Oh shit, I got to get involved here. Genuine question, right? Would you think that? If I brought that up on 1 hour, well, that first thing I'd do is do that, right? Go to the daily. Does that look any better? Do I want to get involved any more now? Well, as he said, right, maybe the reason he's interested is because he likes the story. Maybe the story's good. The price action's not. Okay, so let me keep going. Crypto Jazz, I think we'll keep an eye on that one. I like the idea of that story, but I don't think the TA is there yet. Okay, so we're trying. Did you get this one? I think you did get this one. Okay, let's see. I think you did this one right. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, Crypto Jazz. Same for all the others. Okay, I see you, man. I see you over there. Every now and then I get a second to put my head over there. Okay, let's see if this one worked. Because I want your work. I don't want to do all the work. I want you to do it. Because then I can see what you're doing. Okay, that one didn't work either. Okay, right. So it's same thing, right? You pull this up. It's just like all the alts, right? Does that look like, holy shit, look at this great looking price action? I think not. Who wants to trade that? Who wants to be a millionaire? Does that look like the path to get there? I mean, I don't mean to be snotty doing it this way, but if you bring that up, how long are you staying on that chart? Now, maybe, right, if you're, enthusiastic about the potential of AAVE, you're going to dig a little bit. But if you're just going, if you're scrolling through charts, chart to chart to chart, how long are you going to stay there? 3 seconds? What edge do you have here? Exactly none. Where's value? Right here. Where's your edge? Maybe you could, if you want to, if you're, to Deegan, right? Oh, okay. Well, I buy it when it's below the value area. I sell it when it's above. Okay. Is that what you want to be doing? I just say no trade. There's no reason to be trading here. Do I have a trend? No. Big picture. Do I have something I can work with here? Yeah, looks like you might. Okay, so where's the lowest low? Is that it? That's it. Well, here at this degree, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that looks like, oh shit, here, I guess we're going to have to do it. All right, let's do it. The lowest low over here, which I always do because I want to have a reference. Okay, how is that 1, 2? 1, 2. Again, I don't think any of that matters. I wouldn't fuck with any of that. It's just a lot of consolidation, right? So what do we know comes from contraction, consolidation, expansion? Never fails, right? It's one thing you can say with certainty that is absolute in the market. 1, 2. Are we thinking 3, 4? I think probably not. Right? We want it to be self-contained if possible. Let's go down to a 4. Okay. W, X, Y, X, Z. Contender. Looks like a W, X, Y, X, Z. W, X, Y, X, Z. Oops, did I run the wrong one? That's one. W, X, Y, X, Z. For a 2. Oh, you probably do it this way. Oh, fuck. I don't know that it matters. Okay. All right. So now I've got at least a starting point down here. Do I? Let's just, oh, fuck. Come here. Okay. So now I've got something I can pull from. Where's Al? Fuck. I know you're thinking, right? Oh, you did that on purpose. Yeah, I promise you I didn't. Have I ever done a live stream? Or no. It's always there. Okay. So where are we sitting right here? So this is exactly what we just looked at, right? All the alts are doing the same fucking thing, right? This and then, oh, what the fuck is this? Is this 1, 2? What? Why would you trade here? Only one reason. Oh, that thing's going to go. I don't want to miss it. Okay, maybe, right? This would be a hero trade, right? It's, we're tapping that golden zone, right? You're still catch a knife edge. Let's do the whole thing, right? Put you in white. Okay, so we get a 1, 2 to the golden zone. Assuming, right? That's kind of a, just using the lowest thing here where we start, right? Just coincidental, maybe. I know some people say, oh, that's just a coincidence. Is it? You might, I might do like here as well. Right? Widen this out a little bit. Okay, where are the low volume nodes? Well, we don't. I'm assuming you guys know, or you want it to hold here. I was trying to. We want to hold the ledges, right? We don't want it to get below that, because once you get below that, odds are we're going to the next ledge, right? So we want to try and stay on the ledge. 1, 2, possibly. Let's go down to a 2. Is that a 1, 2? Is Al there? Probably. Al's always there. Not a great looking start, is it? Right? I mean, who wants to chase that? Okay, now we're right back to where we were. Okay, what you got an impulse there? No. You got something corrective? Well, that's 5 down. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to truncate. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we fighting for? No, it's just not. I'd love to be able to get to things where I can say, oh, fuck, I'll buy that right now. I'm going to buy that as soon as I get off the live stream. No, I wouldn't. Why? There's nothing here. What's your most optimistic thought? God, maybe we're going to truncate. And this is going to be a 1-2. Really? I think you leave that alone. Where's the resistance? Or so you know where Al is here on the low. So where is he on the high, right? You know where he's going to be. Until we get out of that box. No trade. Son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Sorry. It's my son calling me. No matter how many times I remind my kids. Wednesday, 11:30 to 1:30. That's the one time I can't take your call. That's when they call. All right. So I don't think there's anything there. Crypto Janice, you're gonna have to just wait. No, why put money at risk? Right, no reason to. AAVE. Frank the Tank, OM daily TF, not educated enough on it. That's all right, Frank the Tank. Let's see what you're doing here. So you're going with oh fuck, what is this? I can't even tell what the asset is. Oh, is that? I can't see what it is. Is it OM? Is that what it is? OM. Let's see. Is it OM? Fuck, OM. It must be. Oh, okay. Let's go to OM. Let's see what your. Yeah, is that what you've got? Where's the price here? $7? Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay. So, Frank the Tank is just coming up. He's giving me a little info here. Okay. Hang on. You got the idea, right? Okay. Let's go back to a daily, right? So always, right? If it's an asset you haven't looked at before, or start on the daily, right? You get some perspective. Okay. Do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, probably. Wow. How has that been happening and I didn't know it? Okay. Well, let's. Okay, that's not going to be big enough, so we're going to need to go to 1070 on this. 1070, you just double it. So I can see this a little bit. Okay, so I'm seeing, well, okay, it's pretty hard to miss, right? The momentum is declining. Now, that can change. Well, pretty easy to look at this and go, okay, where's the 4, right? Where do we stop progressing the trend, right? Well, there's the 4. The same thing again. Where do we stop progressing the trend? Probably the 4. So let's label it. We can work from backwards. That's a little bit bigger than I'd want. Okay, so do we know that's the hot top? No, although, hello. I'm not saying I would short it. I'm just saying maybe running out of steam up there. So we can label the thing fully. God, the 1-2 is brutal, but looks like you're kind of stuck with it. Oh, we're going to have to do it here, maybe. Well, let's take a look here. Maybe we can do it this way. This would be part of, well, that's actually more bullish. Well, that suggests that we're doing it this way. Which, actually, I may like that better. Well, that's a 3. So, I think that, oh, fuck. Let's get in there. Let's get to an 8. Where's the lowest low, right? It's just force of habit. I do this. Okay, so I've got that. I've got this, right? So little sweep. These got left untouched, but that's the low that matters. So from this low, Jesus, God, this thing is really cranking. I'm shocked. I haven't seen this. Maybe it's getting posted in the Discord. I haven't seen it. I don't love that finish. How could you, right? It's a little squirt. You might have to do it this way. When in doubt, right, measure. It takes seconds. 10 seconds. 200%. It's the finish. If that's 1, 2, do I have 5 here? Well, I may be here. God, do we have to, is it even more bullish? It could be. This could be a need for another level here. Let's take this up a degree. Let's label it. It's a high-class problem if you're in it. Could this be what we're looking at? Shit, it might be. Now we measure that. Come here. That's an extreme for a 3. It looks like that could fly, actually. Trying to finish it too soon. Little imbalance here. That's a long sideways, right, relative to this. Oh, yeah, it's probably here, ABC, because you're going to need that 1, 2, 3, 4 to get that 3, unless the 3's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radio waves. 4. That could be the 3. So let's complete it. All right, let's get some geometry on it. That could keep going. A little overshoot here. Holy shit, this thing looks like a beast. God damn, how is that running and I haven't not seen it? So let's take this up a degree. Let's go. You want to change that color. Well, it's hard to, okay, so where common retracement would be down to the 3, 4 of the prior degree. So we might look here. Again, we don't know we have a top there. Somewhere in this range. Ooh, very nice. I don't know that that's done yet either. I might have another little squirt on it. God, what an absolute beast that's turned out to be. Wow. This is a kind of a, I can't say I love the 1, 2, but in log scale, right now you take it out of log scale, is it dramatically different? Well, yes, but still looks, God damn, that looks good. Okay, this just got on my radar. Upside in the 20s. You always want to look at it and go, why not? Why? What's wrong? Why? This is, am I just being, is this just greed glands here and bull porn? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Okay, maybe the 1, 2, or maybe, you know, I don't see a better solution there. That's just quite a rip in the 5th, right? So you wouldn't want to call this a 2. Even at a log scale. I mean, you're kind of fucked, right? You've got to stay in log. Even this, right, out of log would be just too shallow for a 2. It looks much more like a 4. Some sort of a 4 went in here. This 2 gets a little better. You know, I think you're kind of right? You're kind of stuck with us here. So if you're into this, anything down here, I'd be very interested. I just put some alerts on this, right? Just to, because I don't want to buy it here or an all-time high. So a little retrace, yeah. I'd maybe put an alert at 480. Consider it. Now you want to get it. You want it to play nice, clean Elliott, come down in a 3, and you don't need to sit there with a limit order. Wait for the reaction. So that's why you put the alert at the 23 and see. Okay, is it going to drop in between the 23 and the 38? That's where they usually go. There's all this consolidation here. We're coming back to that. Okay, give me a little push. Maybe I get that. Maybe that's not big enough. Maybe that's going to be the 1 of an extension in the 5th, right? You never know, right? It's just I'm looking for 5 to finish that, which would be a nice finish here to this channel. Boy, get that on your radar. Good one. Who gave me that? Frank the Tank. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, how am I doing? How are we doing on time? Okay, we're okay. All right, so Crypto Janus, he's on a roll. Okay, so he's got another one here. Everybody loves fractals. Okay, Crypto Janus. I'm going to leave that one because that looks so good. I have a feeling I'm going to get the same thing here. Yeah, it's not going to. Okay, so you're looking for this to be a 1-2, I think. Am I going to get your stuff here? I'm not. I don't think. CRV. Okay, well. Okay, so let's. What are you trying to get? You're trying to get 1-2, I think. All right, let's dig in there. Okay, we're starting at a daily. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. We tried a couple of times in here to buy that, and it didn't work. Well, we had more to it, but okay, 1-2. What are we doing with that? Are you thinking this? Probably not, right? Given the depth of it, even though, right, you could look at that and say, well, it hasn't overlapped to 1, so what's the big deal? Maybe, right? So here we got the same, right? They're all going to look the same. I think, of course. But when it's that deep, I'd be looking for the completion, the start of the 1. Because what's more likely here that this is a 2? It's not. What do we know? It's just given the depth of that retracement. But that doesn't look good, right? The 4 to the 3 doesn't look good. So what's the other alternate, right? That this is an ABC. I would have a hard time with that, calling that the 4. You've got a completed impulse here. Am I still on 1070? I am. Let's reset. Long squeeze. Now we're out of the squeeze, but that's, it's implying lower prices. I think you got to wait on that. If it were an ABC, how would that fit into the broader? Shit, am I gonna have to go something else? If it's an ABC, right, and I know any bull is thinking, oh come on, it could be the 4. Yeah, it could be, right? Anything's possible. Why does it stop here? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Anything? Kind of in between. Do we have some liquidity swept here? I guess a little bit. So the way I look at that, when it's that unclear to me, because certainly, okay, would have been nice to get a break of structure here. Well, that would have been, that would have been actually, right? Because that produced the lowest low here. This is change of character. Right? So you've got this here, or some might call that break of structure. Let's let's put on. So this would be internal. So here's the last low that was broken. So here's the high that broke that low. Long way up. Right, that was probably open to interpretation there a little bit. So this would be an internal change of character. So is that you're counting? See, what I would do is that, okay, if it is going to give me a 5 here and be just unusually deep in the 4, okay, so be it, right? If it's going to do that, well, am I going to get a trend change? Well, it's got a long way to go to get a trend change. Could it do that? Of course. Well, if it's doing that and we're going to get a 5 here, because this looks like we finished with a 5. It's not the prettiest, but if that's not going to be ABC, if it's ABC, odds are we're continue the trend. If it's going to be 4-5, okay, well, so be it, right? I'm gonna miss this part of it, but I'll have no, if we do something like this, right? I'll take the retrace. That's a 3-day. It's not right. Where was it good, right? And we took it here, right? We're looking for that. That's what we wanted, right? I took that trade, got stopped out, right? Welcome to the party, right? It happens all the time. So 3-4, gave it a little bit, right? I gave it to a little bit beyond that low. Out, take the loser. Next trade, move on. It's not good enough. Maybe you get the 5 there, but if you get the 5, I'll take the retrace. Why force something? Always my view. Right? There's so many things to trade. Why force anything? Or take something that's maybe, right? If you do it, why would you do it? Right? FOMO. You jonesing for dopamine. Right? That's the only reason you would do it. Total 3. Okay, I'm gonna full blown. Okay, let's look Crypto Janice. Did you give me this one right? Let's see. I don't think that's going to work. Okay, so we got here. Okay, alts. Market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, hard to miss the Elliott here. Right? Fifth grader's going to spot that. What does that imply? Not great for alts, is it? We're kind of stuck there. I mean, I'm taking out a log. Maybe you're better out of log. You kind of need to be in log though, right? To get this. It's not bad news long term, right? On the where's COVID, right? So here's COVID. So here's COVID's low. If this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have a new high? I don't think we do. We don't. Oh, maybe we do. Like I said, we just ticked it. We did. Well, if we're applying Elliott, hard to think anything other than that, right? Of course, there could be more, aren't there? Of course, you're going to see it here in total 3, right? The same, oh, fuck, is that 1, 2? What is it? Is this ABC? Same problem. Is that 1, 2? Right? It's not very good if it is. 1 ABC 2. I'll wait. Not there. BIF. Oh, BITF. I'm lost in this count, but I still think it's good to kick asses in some weeks, months. Okay, let's go see. That's BIF. Let's see what he's got here. Leave here. Making progress. Got just a few more. Okay, so this, oh fuck, that's, what does I want? He wants BITF. I don't know why I got that. Well, let's see if we can look it up. BITF. I don't even know what that is. BITF. I gotta look here. Maybe I can get your stuff this way if I do it this way. If I do it this way. Yeah. Bitfarms. Oh, that's why I'm looking at the crypto. Let's try again. Bitfarms. Fuck, I never looked at Bitfarms. Bitfarms. Okay. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Never heard of it. Does that matter? Definitely not. Okay, he's got some sexy stuff going on here with 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're doing it as a diag, right? WX. WXABC trying to come in here at a buck. Okay. Let's see how that looks here. Okay, do we need to be in log scale? Yep. Yep, that's 10 times the range. So yes, we do. Oh, is that ugly, isn't it? Fuck me, what are we doing with that? Well, it looks like you would have a truncation here. 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Well, let's put it there. Right? I may not swear to that. Almost looks like you could do it here, and this all becomes part of the correction. But let's just keep it simple. I don't know, man. I can't say I see anything here I love. You don't have an impulse here. Where's the resistance? Okay, where's Al? Broken on this side. Good for a bull, all right, that you don't have that resistance out here on a daily, but what would you call that? Looks like you got a 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can work with this, right? Sometimes it's just, where can I find the 5s and 3s? Where are they? Can I find any? Oh, let's lower that. Okay, probably got a 5 here. Do I have a 5 here? Probably not. Well, you don't have an impulse here, so what's left? I might do it this way. A, B. Oh, that's fucking ugly. It's gonna be hard to get that into a correction. So maybe even if you did it here, fuck. The Elliott, it's not there, right? The Elliott, it's not always there. Here, right? What are you calling that? 3, 3. So it's not much of an A. Let's say you went with it. Okay, you're thinking A, B, C. A, B. Well, can we just work with Al alone? Probably doesn't look like he's playing ball here. So you got a couple of negatives here, right? So it's not terribly technical, as in the swings are we're blowing Al out on both sides. You've got a questionable initial launch. I kind of come back to next chart. Why fuck around here? Maybe, all right, if you're hardcore, you're like, okay, there's an order block here. If we come down a little bit, 50, swing low, swing high, right? The Elliott's not clear, but okay. It's not an impulse, but there's a 5. Maybe that's a 3, ABC, into this zone here. I wouldn't trade it, but it's probably tradable. Low to high, at least you'd be in the discount. working off an order block. Now, see, that's a good order block, right? So I'm not saying don't trade it. Why is this a good order block? Because look at the displacement that came off of it, right? Just boom, boom. That's not retail. That's not retail doing that. I probably have to do it here. A, B, C into that 2. Displace, right? Huge displacement. So coming back here to tap it, you might put an alert there. That's not one I would chase, but it's, I suppose, tradable. Be selective, right? There's so much to trade. Why take something iffy? Always my thought. Hangman. Oh, fuck. You're giving me Tesla? Oh, have you looked at Tesla? Probably. That's why you're giving it to me. It's tough to call this one. What are we doing, Tesla? So this is kind of the conundrum of Tesla. We've got it looks like we're incomplete here. And it's not technical. I've looked at this recently. It's not technical. Too far, right? Okay, you could say, all right, well, 707, right? That happens. Well, yeah, but is that an impulse? No. Is that an impulse? No. So what are we doing with that? Well, this is a change of character, not a break of structure. Do we have a close above? We do. Do you see what? Well, it's the reason we don't have a break of structure here is because the last thing that happened here was a change of character, right? So we would need to go up again and break that high to get a break of structure. So if you're looking here thinking, oh fuck, this is just hideous, right? It's just not good technical trading. When in doubt, stay out is my motto. If I don't know what's going on, I mean, it's hard to bet against it, although all of a sudden, you know, people are not so thrilled about Teslas. Fuck, I'm in Austin where they're headquartered, right? Every third car is a Tesla. But worldwide, no, he's not the most popular guy outside of MAGA. Looking at this, kind of what I see. Again, it's not a break of structure, right? So, but a change of character is a break of structure, but it's not. What would you be thinking here? Oh fuck me, come here. 1, 2. Let's say you're very generous here and you go to the 3, 4. Makes sense. We're doing the 5 here, maybe up here. We're going to do this as a diag. 3, 3. Oh, that's possible, I suppose. Oh, fuck, come here. Could it be just a giant diag? A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A. Fuck. No, that's it. So if gun to your head, right? You said, okay, where am I going to trade this? Well, there's 2 things that I would be paying attention to on the retrace. If this is going as a fuck, here let's reconsider. So let's do it this way. If we're going to think diag, maybe 3. Let's bring this down. If you're going to think diag, right? Does that make sense there? Well, you're already you need this. Well, pardon me, with new rules, I guess we don't need that. But I'd feel more comfortable if we retrace down here. We get some of this bullish order flow mitigated. You've got some of it. Probably do it here. How do we look? Measure, right? Never skip the measure, right? It's just too easy. Okay, log scale, right? How about out of log scale? Always want to do both. Interesting. right? Where do they usually go? But right, even that looks like a 3, right? So it just looks like a series of 3s. 4, I'd be looking in a diag. I always key off of start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. I'm looking for the 50, right? That would be right in line. Prior resistance, yada, yada, becomes support. Three, possibly A, B. Looks like it needs one more to finish. Oh, fuck, that's not a great. So we're already into a WXY. W, X. Do I have it? Y. The 4. It's too big. ABC, ABC. 1. That could come lower. That could be 1, 2. That could be the A, B, C, right? So you could have more coming here. This could be A, B, C into that 4, which still, you'd overlap here. Where's the invalidation? You'd have to get down here to invalidate that on the idea that we're doing this as we're going to finish the 5th as a diag. A little bit of hopium. But what's the alternate, right? I don't know that you have a particularly good one. It's not that we're top tier, and it's not that we're doing this as an impulse. So you're kind of stuck with a bunch of 3s. You got April 25th until the next earnings. I wouldn't chase that myself. Maybe if it comes down lower here, we get into that order flow. If it comes down a little bit lower, I might look maybe some options. But looks to me like that's got more to go. I like it down here. And then, okay, same idea, premium discount. At least we're in the discount down here. Maybe, right, you're playing off of some of this. Comes down here into the 250 zone. I'd work some options there. It's not the best it's ever looked, Hangman, but there you go. Hey, sorry, but I won't be posting your charts for a while. Griff. Okay. All right. He's studying. I know he's working on it. He's continuing learning. Okay, good. Vesper. Okay, Griff, we'll see when better timing. Vesper, what are you thinking? How am I doing on time? I got just enough time to finish up here, and then I'll look at that. Somebody wanted the Saudi Arabia market, something like that. Okay, Uber, let's copy that. What's the market doing? Where did we finish? Oh, looks like it's come. Oh, quiet. Come all the way back. 1, 2, 3. Let's brighten that up. Here, I just make it faster. Do it this way. 1, 2. That's solid. 88.5, right? Pretty close enough to a fib number. Oh, it's not to like there. Okay, I'm going to modify it just a little bit. Let's see. Let's do it. Vesper, right? Do you see where there's a potential issue with this? Right here. All right. So if it's going to be 1, 2, and then we're going to do impulse 3 here, that doesn't work. We can't have a diag in the 3rd there, right? On the assumption you're doing an impulse there. So I'm going to change that a little bit for you just to help you. So once this looks like, okay, this is going to change everything because it looks like you're going to go 3, 4 here. So let's see, let's make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself, right? So that covers it here. So now if we count internally, I'd actually move this over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring that down. Oh, how about white 3 here. I'd put the 2 here. Fat net, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, W, pocket, doesn't matter, right? So this is all wick anyway. So this is a lower close, right? So if you do this, you'll see, well, I guess it's a double on the close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives me a 3. Then this starts to look like a WXY to me, right? So hang on, WXY. So potentially the 4 here. So you end up, you get to the same place, right? We're just counting it differently. 3, what's happening here, right? We stop progressing the trend. We're just going sideways. 4. Could it be, right, that the 4's here? Could it be? Yeah, of course. 1, 2, could be. Although this looks more like a 3. Let's go to the daily. Doesn't look like a great impulse. So I'd keep that connected to the correction. 5. Take that up, all-time high. Okay, into the 4 here. Here's there's the order block, right? It got wicks got through it. Well, I wouldn't assume that you're coming into the 5 here. I wouldn't actually. Let's go to a 12 here. Where else could that be going, right? So that strikes me as being too skinny. So again, back to measuring length of the 1 from the proposed 4, right? Assuming we have that right. Okay, could be there. Let's take it out of log scale. If I need to be in log scale, well, that's 4 times the range at 80. So, yep. Okay, kind of looks to me like that could have, oh, well, shit, yeah. All right, because I forgot I'm connecting here. So let's measure from this, right? Again, use these tools, right? They'll guide you. Where are we thinking for that 3 to go? Now, do we know it's going there? No, of course not. Let's complete the channeling, though. All right, keep that. It's a great reference, right, as to where we could be heading. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is very, very reasonable to consider that as the 1 of 5, right? So 5 could be higher. So let's complete that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go up a degree and go to blue here. Okay, right. So 3, 4, 5 of 3 at the high probability location. So this could very well just be the 1 going in here. All right, so this is, we got to the same place. I think there's more upside here. All right, so this could, we could bounce here, but oh, I'd probably put one in here too. But it's always a good idea to match the color with so if you're doing the impulse here in green, do the channel in green so you don't get lost. Okay, 1, 2, 3, good chance that's a 4, and we're going to go one much higher. Go Uber, go. Actually, I kind of like this. Right, so, do you want to buy it now? Ideally, now you're going to take some risk if you're approaching it this way. If you could buy the 4 to the 5, right? Certainly, you'd have a contender here. If we break the all-time high, what else would that be? Oh, let's see. I guess I have to draw my own. Well, that's the all-time high. I'm just going to draw my own, right? So I can come here. If we break this, what will that be? Right? We know what that'll be. That'll be a break of structure. What do we anticipate after the break of structure, right? Which could set us up for the 2. Got all the imbalances down here. Let's get some. Oh, this is a good one. All of these, you got a fair value. Oh, shit. Do I only have inverse? Maybe I do. No? Why is it not showing me that? Just out of curiosity. Let's get rid of inverse. That's weird. Why is it not showing me this? That is a fair value gap. Weird. Maybe I need more of them. No, weird. It's not showing it. Okay, well, I won't get caught up in that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, right, with displacement, right? So down for the 4, up for the 5, into the 1. I'll take the 2. If it's offered. So, boom, right where the fair value gap is. In for that 2. Now, I don't have this, right? So I'm pulling here randomly. That's what I'd be looking for on Uber. All right. Okay, Vesper. Good one. Good one. Good one. Hopefully you saw that. I didn't mean to move so quickly through your work, but hopefully you saw the little correction there that I made, just in terms of, right, if it's the third, right, we need an impulse, right? If you're assuming you're counting the whole thing as an impulse. Okay, so that worked out. Last one, Mr. Bitcoin. Shit, what are you asking me for? Oh, fuck. I don't know what he's asking me for. OMX or EVO? OMX or EVO? What is he asking me for? Must be... I don't know what you're asking for. EVO? Somebody help me. What is this? OMX : EVO. I don't know what it is, Mr. Bitcoin. What is it? Do you want... I don't know what you want there. Oh, there he's typing. EVO. Okay, gotcha. EVO. Okay, so I'm assuming you want this. Yes? Right? Is that right? EVO Tech? I see you're online, so... oh, fuck. I hope that's what it is, because it would be drop dead simple. Even I can do that one. First one. Uh-oh. Do I have the right one? No, first. Okay. Shit, I love this one. EVO. You want... oh, fuck. That's why. Okay. I got it. That's why I didn't recognize, because of the exchange. Oh, I see. You were giving me the exchange. All right, so I don't trade that, so that's why I didn't recognize it. Okay. All right, but it doesn't matter because the chart's the chart, right? They all trade the same way. All right, so let's get out to shit. What we got here? Wow. Looks like meta over the last 2 weeks. Well, what would you think just looking at it? Sure looks like a lot of sideways. Make me think 4. That's taking a long time. Whoosh. Well, it's probably not a 2. Now, you can't, I mean, you can't even look at a log, right? I mean, you have to. You have to be in log. It's fucking 200 times the range. So you're stuck in log there. Well, I mean, what's obvious? Order block, right? Untapped. Well, you had another one here that's already been mitigated, right? So this is the one that's unmitigated. So 4 for that? Fuck, what a beast that is. Well, you can kind of work backwards here. You would be anticipating that it would be something like this to finish that. So you're already thinking WXY. Long correction, right? I don't even have to wonder if that's a squeeze. It's been probably one of the longer squeezes you're going to see. Oh, shit, surprisingly. Blackest squeeze, or in a squeeze, and squeeze. Surprised it's not getting more. Let's go to 1070 because that thing is so huge. Still kind of surprising that's not squeezier. Oh, X, WXY. You know, good luck. So what's implied? I don't know that that's done yet. Looks like that's too high for Al. That's too high for Al. That would be a failure swing if that's him at all. Might be. Nope, too low. So big moves. I would, again, when in doubt, measure. It takes such a little amount of time. How do we look here? Doing something technical. Okay. Pretty common to go 127, 138. And we have liquidity to the left, right, that you would anticipate being swept, right? Because you wonder if there's stops there. I don't think we have to wonder. We know there's stops there, right? They haven't tapped them yet. So I could see this coming down one more time here. They're going to grab that liquidity. Here's an order block. That's what I would anticipate here. We come down, sweep. Now, careful, right? Remember, if something has to break before we take it, right? Don't just try and pick the turn, right? That's what the inexperienced do. I can speak from my own inexperience. I did that for years until I figured it out, right? I was always trying to pick the turn, right? Just instinctively, that's my reflex, right? So I have to condition myself not to do it. Wait, let it change in state of delivery, inducement, however you want to call it. But something has to break. You got to break a high. Now we're on the daily, right? So it's going to be harder to do that. It's going to take more price movement. But right now, we're okay. Have we taken out any highs? No, right? You see, you could talk yourself into it. Oh, looks like there's a little 5 there. Right? You can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's a 3. So it wouldn't make sense. A, B, C. There's a 2 hour. It's got to break one of these. It's got to break that, at the very least. Oh, we just call it liquidity. Oh, we can do that, right? So, or we could, to be precise, let's call it. All right, so we're going lower. We don't have a new high here. We didn't even break this or fill that gap, right? So we got to break here because this is all heading down. So we can if we can break that, that's technically, I'm a little loose with that, right? So you could call it here, but you know, from a market structure point of view, I'd want to see it break that. So you got a candidate for a 1-2 here. Break that, right? I don't need to get the first one. I'll take the second one. I'll take this one. Okay, how we doing? All right, so there's 137. Now there was somebody who was nice enough asking very early on. Is he asking for something in the? Oh fuck, man, I'm not gonna find it. I thought it was something very early. Wanted to say, can we do the Saudi Arabian? Okay. Oh, here it is. TASI. TASI. Let's take a look. I've never looked at it. Can we get that? Is that it? Must be. Gotta be. Okay, so let's look at it. Tadawul, who posted that? Polite person. Well, since you asked so politely, let's take a look at it. Was that COVID? Okay, there's COVID low. Nice double here. It looks like they swept liquidity. Okay, all right, so just kind of picking it apart. All right, there's a liquidity grab. 1-2, probably all right with that. 1, 2, 3, very 4-like characteristics going here. I'm just going to put it there. Pretty good looking impulse there. I don't think we'd have a lot of argument there. Probably got that dialed in. Hope this is what he wanted. given the sharp and the sideways here, that actually plays. You got liquidity sweep there. These pivots are, all right, they've got their own algos, right? Well, that's 3 all day. So you're, unless this, well, if you put the 4 here, you're counting on this leading into a diag. I think that's a little bit. Look how long the 1, 3, very sharp, very flat. It looks like this flies, right? So you can go A, B, C. So you can go A, B, C. So this would, pardon me, this would be W, X. I'd be looking for a triangle or something over here for the Y. Maybe we can get that going. That's what I'd be looking for. Oh, let's put white. Now let's get dug in over here. You can't, you're stuck there, right? It's a fucking 3 all day, right? Are we not calling that a 3? I think we're kind of stuck with that. Okay, so 3. That's a fucker. Well, if it starts to launch here, you're going to have to revisit this. But right now, well, okay. Right, so look at it this way, right? So take the Elliott aside, right? Maybe we end up with a triangle here. That's what it looks like it wants to stay consistent with an Elliott count. You know, the market's not obligated. But I'd look. So we got to be in log scale. So let's consider it this way. All right. Do we want to buy in the premium? You know, I don't mean to be insulting your intelligence, but, you know, just reminder, right? No, we don't want to buy there. If you're bullish, assuming you're bullish. If you're bearish, yeah, I want to sell at the premium at a fair value gap. Looks like another 3, although that could turn into a 5. So you could have A, B, C going into a B. This kind of fucked you a little bit on the triangle. Because I don't like the idea of 4, 5. So this has to be A, B. It's gotten a little sloppy there. Yeah, it's too much to project that. Is it technical? Where's Al? All right. Always got to ask yourself, where's Al? In between, the only thing you could do there, in my view, here would be to sell that, looking to be buying lower. I wouldn't be a buyer there, right? Just on the discount premium, just that alone. Why take that risk? All right, if you want to be a buyer, you can see some pretty decent places to be a buyer, right? All of this down here, if you were to get that chance. The other thing, of course, right, you can always use volume profile. Where are you? I might pull it from here. POC right smack dab in the middle. So you have no edge here. There's no Elliott pattern here really that you can lean into. Maybe it finishes as a triangle, although it's hard to see it. That's the only way I could see it resolving here as a 4. That there's some sort of triangle going in there. Is that Al? Looks like it's too high. I think it is. Yeah, it is. I got nothing for you there other than hold. Don't force. You have no edge. Okay, I got to get out of here. Thanks, guys. I hope I covered enough, right? To it's the same thing every week. Hopefully, what you guys gather, those of you that regulars, members, those that visit, that come to these often, right? It's the exact same way, every chart, every day, every time, right? That's our edge, right? And building that consistency, it takes time, right? It's, I don't mean to come on here again. As I always say, I'm not trying to come on here and flex my TA skills. I'm just applying the methodology that was taught to me, that in turn we teach to others, right? Because I know it'll help you. Does it take some effort? Yeah. The Elliott is not easy. You have to study it. It's not rocket surgery. It's not that fucking hard, right? I mean, 5s and 3s. if that's too much, right? Just, oh, fuck, that's too much effort. God, I got to study. Maybe trading's not for you. You know, if you're just looking for easy money, we're not the right place for you. Right? There's plenty of places that will take your money. Right? We'll sell you that bullshit. There is no easy money in here. It doesn't exist. So, and it's the second somebody tells you, "Oh, come with me," again, nothing but winners. Guard your wallet. Okay, guys. Hope that helps a little bit. Maybe you got an idea or two. I got a few ideas. Right? Uber looks very interesting. A few of these, OSM, another monster. Right? There's a mantra. Or fuck, wow, what a beast that is. A few to kind of get on your watch list. Okay, guys. With that, I'll sign off.